Hello, Mark Don, self-healing practitioner and educator, June 16th, 2021. I'm in the middle of a 100-day video challenge by Alette Aspie, my business mentor. I don't even know if I should call her business mentor, just my freaking mentor. Why put them on anybody? But anyways, Aunt Marie. I want to talk about Aunt Marie today. More is talk about spirits. I'm having a really rough pain day, and so my body's very broken. I can't even handle the pain that's in it today. So I'm like sitting here going, wow, you are so screwed. Um, but then I'm thinking about the self healing work I've been doing in my body, and I'm like, okay, um, I need to shift focus off my body to like my, body, mind, spirit. Um, so to spirit a little. And so I was laying on the floor working with body because it's like all I know. But while I was laying there and I was starting to do some breath work and just feel some things going on in my body again because it is so broken in so many ways. And I'm trying not to think about my day and things I have to do, stuff like that, right? Because if you can't do anything, then things you have to do are meaningless. So I don't even want to think about my day. I just want to get through this part. And I was laying down there feeling how broken my body is in so many different ways because I woke up in pain from scoliosis, which I do every morning, and it's just intense stomach pain, enough to send most, to the emergency room basically to get relief. But anyways, I realized, I'm sitting here and I live through that kind of pain daily, and then in my upper spine, um, where I just had neck surgery, I am so sore today. I can't hardly move my right arm. It's not numb, so I'm appreciating the fact I didn't screw nothing up. I don't think. But at the same time, it is so sore and painful. It wouldn't even be right to be pushing into it today, even though I know how and I will, and I am going to do some things again. I have to do things. Arm has to work. So I'm not going to be able to like push through everything. I do enough of that. So, anyways, Aunt Marie laying down there on the floor with my broke ass, my scoliosis, and my broken neck. And while I was laying on the floor, I first got down there just trying to breathe, like I said, and just trying to lay my back flat on the floor. And it wouldn't lay flat. And I'm laying there in intense pain. My legs are cattywampus over here. Uh, I'm all bowed this way now. I got my hands behind my head, and I'm still like going, I can't breathe, and I can't lay my damn back flat. I can't even lay down, right? I can't even relax. So I'm laying there trying to relax and breathe. And I'm going, Jesus flipping Christ. My back is so like a corrugated roof, right? And I'm breathing and relaxing down onto the floor. And I'm feeling like, okay, I'm really broken in my neck. I just had neck surgery there. And I'm real broken in my low back. So bad I got scoliosis enough to send me to the hospital right flipping now. But what I was feeling when I was laying on the floor was, damn, my middle back is broken worse than both of those. And we all know that. We got pictures saying that, I don't even want to tell you what's going on in my middle back. But anyways, just laying on the floor, trying to breathe, relax into my body today. This brokenness, yeah. And this is what you do. You lay on the floor and you bend your knees and you try to get your back flat and you feel where it's not flat and you breathe down to it. And mine's like a corrugated roof, and I'm breathing into that shit and I'm realizing that I'm like the most screwed human being in the world because I've been seeing neurosurgeons for 2 years. They've done everything they can do. And it's like they fixed my neck. They had nothing to do. It took care of none of the pain. It actually added pain. What it did was it took the numbness out of my right arm mostly. Mostly, I'm saying, because it still has it, because I still got two other places that are almost as bad as the other one that they fixed. They had to fix the one they fixed because that one was shutting off breathing and bowels. So holy Christ! So calm down there, and so next fix. Right? Breathing and bowels is good for now, but again, middle back, thoracic, it wouldn't lay flat. I had my low back down. I had it nice and flat. I even had my neck back flat, and I was breathing in that a little. But I had this big old lump in my middle back, which most people, a lot of people have. I wouldn't say most. Many people have. But it reminded me of Aunt Marie. Because when I was a little kid, I had this lady in my life named Aunt Marie, and my dad just passed. So I want to talk about Aunt Marie. Uh, it's part of my family that my children know nothing about because I was a child when I met Aunt Marie down in I think it was Santa Cruz, Monterey area, up in the mountains, the Santa Cruz. In my memory, Aunt Marie was when I was a little kid, about 4 years old, 4 or 5. We were sleeping up there in the mountains way back in the day. This is 65, 1965. And there were freaking mountain lions cruising around yelling outside. Man, I'm a little kid, and I was like, and they had us sleeping on the back porch. It's like back in that day, they had no fear, Like little kids, you were spare parts. you were the tripwire. So that's just how we rolled, and how the family rolled back then. And yeah, you were the tripwire, but if you hollered, people showed up with freaking guns, and they were good with them. Well, sometimes, because sometimes they're half quarter lit and sort of, yeah. I think they pretended there was targets out there, but anyways, the same thing I did as an adult. But anyways, Emory, great times, Santa Cruz, mountain lions after ISIS, and Dad's family, and they were just all hardcore women on that side. I didn't ever get to know them. It was my only experience as a small child. But what I remember, and I met her a few times after that, and all that side of the family, but they all bowed in the middle of the back because they all worked hard all their life, just like I did, just like they hammered into me. As a matter of fact, I blamed my grandma for my blown out back. And I told her this before she died for many, many years because you taught me to work like that and give up my life. And I mean, 13 years old, we were marched down to the Social Security office and given our Social Security number and then marched out to the field. I mean, we were working before that, but that was when you were actually like on record. It's like people don't understand that. When I was disabled at 30, when they went down to the Social Security office, they went, "Holy Christ, it looks like you've been working till you were 65." And I said, "Yeah, it freaking feels like I worked till I was 65." So Aunt Marie, she was the most bowed over of them all. And I used to look at her and go, "Oh my God, that's God, I flipping hurt." And I just watch her because she was like the typical Donegan. She would just, and she wasn't a Donegan. I don't remember her last name, but we're all mutts on that side. It didn't matter what our last name was. Donegan was a given to us by Grandpa George. But anyways, Emery, all bowed over, just like Granny, just kept on driving all her life till the day she died. And yeah, again, I think in a lot of things in life about ways to die and painful things. And I've endured so many, I don't have many fears. But I was laying there on the floor feeling my middle back and knowing that it's unoperable, that if they do ever do surgery, I'll never walk again, was what they just told me, basically. I'll never move again, is what they said. So I was laying there feeling that brokenness, knowing I got to live with it till the day I die, and going, "Oh shit, I got to face that fear." I almost started to cry until I remembered Aunt Marie, because I started thinking about, God, have I ever seen this in my lifetime? And I went, "Oh God, Aunt Marie." And then I started praying to Aunt Marie. Like, I want to, the way I pray and the way I prayed was I just started thinking about her and the good memories. And I just started saying Marie, Marie, and I repeated Marie. And then I said Aunt Marie. And then I started talking to Aunt Marie. And then I started feeling her spirit. And then I went, wow, it was that easy to pull in some incredible strength. And I'm a little teary right now feeling the emotions that are going on with that. But when I was down there facing my broken middle back, which I'm having a difficult time accepting, when I pulled for Aunt Marie's spirit, and it felt like give and take, like by reaching out, I brought her into the room a little, and I'm sure that I will be talking with her more in the future. And also, I got the sense that I'll be able to see her, and that brought good feelings into me. That was a strength I felt. It was that memory of a child, that memory coming back. Memories are a gift. Our brains are such a gift. Um, I was thinking of that yesterday, despite all my issues, and I still in pain even. To have the brain to feel it is a gift. That's what was hitting me yesterday. So, I'm going to take that little piece and hold on to it too. But to be able to feel pain is a definite gift in all of its realms, because once it's gone, I've known this and I've said, used to say this very, very often, but without pain, you're dead. And I wish nobody too much pain, but at the same time, people's efforts to not have pain is very detrimental to their lives. And people's efforts, and even my own, to avoid the pain experience. It's something that I noticed my boss man doesn't really do, except for in, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, he will tread in a lot of areas that most people won't. And I'm not going to reveal any faults, but I mean, it's just, or not, what would you call that? Imbalances, because we all have faults and imbalances. And with boss man, I don't like that. And with friends and family, they're just, they're not faults or imbalances. We all have them. And so I'm working on my words. I don't want to get too personal for and shut this off. So Anne Marie, yeah, she had the boat over back, and you got to lay on the floor every day basically, because again, people just flipping won't do it. I won't do it. I'll sit here and I will not lay on the floor. It just amazes the hell out of me, the mental effort that it takes for me to drive myself down onto the floor. And admittedly, I probably do it. No, I don't do it. Yeah, you would have to spend hours on the floor to do it too much. You, I started thinking about that yesterday. The balance again. How much time that people don't spend on the floor, how much you need to spend on the floor. It's more than anybody has the time for. It's the same thing with anything else that's good for you. Like I'm doing a lot of walking now. People talk about walking and in core strength. I'm doing some serious learning because I love to train and I love to analyze. And people don't have the time to walk as much as they need for core strength. You just simply don't. So again, I'm watching Boss Man, watching his balance, his life, his strength, because he's a very strong man, very good balance. Uh, and he walks a shit ton too, but it's not in as much as I do. And that's what made me start thinking about it. How can he be stronger than me and I'm walking more? And then I started looking at the other things, and it's like, he's on his feet a lot, and he is on the. He doesn't spend hours on the floor, but he does actually. Well, but yeah, because he spends the time on the bed. I'll give you that too. I talk about floor, Mayer does, and a lot of people do. A lot of practitioners. Laura Bixby, you can look her up. She's an old practitioner. She's one of Mears first. She taught me a lot of stuff. Laura Bixby has got a tape out there for arthritic people that's really popular. But she and Mayer, they do their floor work on the bed, in the bed. So, I forget to mention that because I spent, so much time in a bed with paralysis and other things. I actually, it's one of the things when I sit in the chairs because I learned a long time ago to get the frick out of the bed, whether, I'm just propped up or whatever. My dad, before he passed, we had a name for it, the recline position. Yeah, when we get on the phone, how you doing? I'm in the recline position. Oh, not good. So, and also the recline position, that bow in the back. You know, my dad did. He didn't get it so bad, even though he spent many years in that recline position. I'm not quite sure, why. I think because he like me, um, sat with many different pillows because he talked about it often to me and his doctors. I've got 3 pillows, and now I'm understanding why, because you want to not be comfortable. You want to move and rotate around if you're confined to a bed or a chair or something for too long. And and that's a whole nother self-healing tape about balance and getting off your butt, you know, in the house, in the office, no matter what. That's another balance in life thing. Um, that Anne Marie didn't have, and that's why Anne Marie got bowed over, because Anne Marie just would not get off her feet. And again, a lot of those women on that side of the family, they were just, that's how they were. They woke up in the morning, they got on their feet, they did they did breakfast for all the workers, all the kids, the family. They drove all day long, and they were the last ones. You know, that's how the women on that side of the family rolled. And man, you got up in the morning, you ate what they fed you, you rolled out the door, and you worked until you dropped, and you came home and you got happy because somebody took care of you. And yeah, okay. So that's when life was easy. Life's not that way anymore. You have to figure things out and push through. So that's my video for today, talking about Aunt Marie. All right, have a good